Hey folks, we have the variegated pink lemon tree, and it needs two things. One, you can see there's all kinds of scale insects, but also it just needs a cut. I've got the two branches here come from the same place. Um, Looking at them, I think the one that the scale insects populate more heavily um, has it has better internodes, but it has a poor angle of intersection. However, there is still scale on this one. This one's very new. I just can't use any of this right here. So that's going to go, making it very easy to start the process. Um, and then because we are in summer, I'm going to go ahead and clean off all these scale insects, and I'll go right back to these last two buds here, which will give me a lot more options. Looking at the top of the tree, I don't really have a whole lot of good usable buds there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back to a leaf scar and hope this thing just doesn't die. I'm not going to worry about cuttings because, of course, there's so much scale on this that's just not worth it. It's more about saving the plant from insects than about, saving it from me. I don't see any other scale on this. It's got a weird trunk shape. I'm going to end up repotting it probably closer to there. This will be the leader. This will be the lowest branch. And, of course, that may change. I might not be able to use either of these, but there's no usable nodes, I don't think, in here. Scale too. Oh, there's a little scale even. So I just scrape all the way up. I don't scrape hard because I don't want to, of course, break the bark, but I don't want to take off any scale insects, even if they're just dead. I've treated this thrice, with soap and water. So I'm hoping I got most of them. One's in the soil and everything. This one, it does have a leaf scar here. And I think it's got a leaf scar down here. It's either a leaf scar or it's a scale insect, so we don't know. That was a piece of something. Oh, it was lipstick. Just scrape lipstick off of the wound. Awesome. But that gets that, at least mostly, ready to grow. And I'll put that right into the sun. The next one that I need to address was also a heavy pest issue. This one's grown nicely. You can see all the sunburn on it. This is the prolific Hardy Kiwi. And it's grown very, very well, considering I want to keep it a very, very small tree. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. I think I've got some leaf scars in there, but I don't mind how low this branch is anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off the vertical portion, which wasn't much. And then any other leaves that are kind of vertical here. When you come out here, I've got two leaves that are going down. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to leave it at that last leaf. This is a very, very strong grower. So that branch is pretty much pruned up. I would love to get more back budding down here, but the tree will give it to me if it has it. Once light reaches those portions, that's all I really need to do is give it light. My next branch is here, and it's very, very strong. Almost too strong. Forks nicely here. See, we got a dead stub here. Take that off. And then it comes down. I pruned it so it would come down. I like that. And then looking, under that, I've got a leaf here. I don't think that that is a reliable bud. I think I'd rather go out at this point, keep it from weeping too much. So that's my outward facing bud. I do also have a bud on the inside there. This one may back bud to that. I'm not sure, but if I really get lucky, it'll come to this little one here. We'll be in good shape. Or I'll get something further down. I would love to get something like here. Comes out this way. But nothing's happened yet. Oh, before I go too far, this is not back budded. I assume it's dead, so it's going to come off. It's too bad. It was a decent branch. All right, on the other side of that branch, similar. We've got out, in, up, out. I'm going to take the one that's up off, and I'm going to leave it at the one that was out. I previously pruned to go down, but you know what? Actually, that one comes down, so I'm going to leave that down. This one kind of comes down and over to the one side here, but that's okay. We'll let it do that. In fact, you know what? such a strong grower, we'll do that. I have some leaves in here. It might even take off from there or from here if I'm really lucky. But we'll see. Again, it comes down to it. I don't know how this plant likes to respond to pruning, but I know that it grows very, very vigorously. All right, coming up a little farther, I've got what I think is a nice branch, even if it's a little higher than I wanted such a nice branch. Lots of dead stub here. Ooh, I'm supposed to prune this a lot. So I'll just clean it up. So I love when I have branches that can do this. I know I don't want to go any further than that, really. I don't want to come up per se, although it wouldn't be a bad direction for it. So I'll stop right there and see what happens with it. Again, I'm not all the way in the apex, but it wouldn't be bad if it decided to come up a little bit from there. I don't know if I need this one, but if it grows a branch off of both, even better. Coming up even further, I think you can see what I'm looking at. There's kind of a mess. This one that comes out and over, not bad. I don't need it to be this long, certainly. So I'm going to take it back to here because I like the shape of above that. Now I'm going to look at the other side. See what's going on here. I've really got 3 coming from the same spot. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. It was kind of a weird, not dead stub, but just a weird not growing branch. And now I'm left with 2, mostly. Ugh. Difficult to get to, but 2. All right. Of these 2, I'm not a huge fan of either of them as far as direction. This one is acting as a branch. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. It's too far up for me to think that's usable. This one is acting as a leader. So I'm going to take it off here. Basically severed already. And see if it comes up. It's not really going in the direction I want, but if I can redirect it back up, sorry, got you in my head and messed up the mic. If I can redirect it back up, I'll have a really nice branch there. I am hoping with this one that we get something coming down, more so than something going to either side. This one's really nice. This is actually an awesome branch up here, only it's so high that it'd be too high to be that good of a branch, honestly. I tend to prefer lower branches in trees. So that is that one all pruned up. Give you a little bit of a zoom out so you can see all the carnage, I guess you would call it. I cut everything off of these 2 trees. They need to be done. They're nice, but again, in trying to control them, control their growth and keep them in control, it's not easy. They're vines. Now this one I'm really trying hard not to let it get swells. So I'm trying to know, intersections of 3, things like that. I'm trying to make sure those are very, very under control. I'm just trimming back this lump to let it heal nicely. I like to get lumps. And that's that. That's the 2 for today. So thanks for watching. Cheers.